直播的朋友们，大家好啊！这里是海外华人直播，我们始终不办高盛，我们力求直播传真。现在我们在温哥华旁边的一个城市叫做列治文，这个城市呢是华人最多的一个城市，可能是北美最多的一个城市。我们现在就在这个列治文的一个咖啡店门口，大家可以看到红色的咖啡店这个叫做 headquartered。我们进行一些随机的采访。哎，这样来了一个人，看是什么人。Hi, sir.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, how are you? So I'm coming from overseas Chinese live streaming. Can I just interview you?
For sure.
Do you mind just take off your helmet? Oh, because I'm wearing the mask, you know. Don't worry. 我是戴着口罩帽子啊。这个来了一个摩托车骑手，哎呀，真的是很酷啊，雅马哈的。我想好几个问题问他。Oh. Hi, sir. Your motor is really cool, right?
Thank you.
Are you a Canadian or a permanent resident?
I'm a Canadian.
Okay. I just have questions.
For sure.
Because the coronavirus, also called Wuhan pneumonia, do you have a experience or your friends?
I don't know anyone personally that has the coronavirus. However, I believe that there has been an outbreak just here in BC. As for the impact that it's had, definitely an economic impact. Our government has done a great job with the CERB in an attempt to compensate for lost work and such things, just to help Canadians put food on the table. Apart from that, it's a little harder to find a job, but with a little bit of work, you can get it. Other than that, I don't really have much to say about it.
Are you a student or are you working now?
I'm currently a student. I'm a student at UBC in political science, and yeah.
So from the political science, what do you think about this coronavirus?
From a political standpoint, I personally, until I have evidence, I believe that it's a natural virus that has happened. I personally don't put any blame on China or CCP just because there's no evidence, and whoever is saying anything negative about them would first have to come forth with evidence. Once evidence is presented, then that would be a whole different debate.
Okay. You are at a Canadian. What kind of media you always watch?
So for me, I try looking for different sources for my news. One of them that's really good just here and has recently grown across Canada is Daily Hive. Another one is CBC, which is our national broadcast corporation. However, on Facebook and other such medias, we have been able to find, sometimes I read the Shanghai Morning Post. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that. Is that it?
Oh.
I don't know. But yeah.
I just wondering, do you feel like a Facebook, Twitter, and sometimes they also have a censor system?
For sure. It's kind of interesting just because if you have certain interests, your feed will always be presenting you that interest. So there's not much diversity, but that's what you choose because that's your social media platform.
Do you feel Canada is a real freedom speech country, or still have some censor system in here?
I believe Canada is completely free in terms of speech. Obviously, when you come to hate speech and that kind of stuff, it won't be tolerated just because that impacts another human being. And here we're all about respect.
Compare America and Canada. Did you read the news?
Yeah.
Right now, the President Donald Trump signed some
Executive order.
yeah.
Yeah. If you're talking
about-
about the troops going in for the protests, I'm personally not okay with that, just because I believe peaceful protests should be treated as such, and the Black Lives movement is something that really needs to be paid more attention to, as the impact and racism that is systemic has not been addressed.
That means you support Black Lives Matters, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And do you think behind Black Matters, is there any political issue in there?
I think everything gets political as soon as it becomes a national movement, but there's nothing wrong with having a political system. Majority of our countries run with political systems. And to get real change inside the United States or Canada, you would need to have a politically driven movement.
Do you think Canadian political system is totally or almost different, like opposite with the American system?
No, I don't believe that. It would be a lie to say that Canada does not have issues with racism. However, I believe that as a country, we are trying to get better, and you can see that with the support that the Prime Minister gave at the Black Lives rally. Apart from that, I don't really want to comment about the US versus Canada, just because it's not my place.
Okay. And also you originally come from
Originally, my family comes from India, which then they moved to Kenya, and I'm the first generation born here.
Oh, so you come from Africa, right? Kenya
Yes.
is Africa
Yeah,
country.
East Africa. Yeah.
East Africa,
Yeah.
like Ethiopia, right?
There's Tanzania. There's Uganda is also a neighboring country. And, yeah.
Uganda. Uganda have a human rights issue, right? The most.
I'm not too familiar with Ugandan politics.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I read some news. They said kill a lot of people, religions between them.
Well, yeah, I'm not too familiar with.
Okay. When you study in UBC, what your professor teach you guys? How to think, how to read, how to from which one to.
Well, we're not taught how to think or how to do any of that. We're presented with evidence and case studies, and it is then our responsibility to look at the evidence provided. And a big part of university education is finding a counter theory. So no argument is valid without a counterpoint, and that's always what we're encouraged to do.
And did you read? Did you study any law?
Any
Like international law?
So I studied one of the courses that I took was about global politics.
Yeah.
In that we studied quite a bit. We had the Rwandan genocide just as an example, and various other historical events that we were attempting to analyze. We also looked at the role of the United Nations and such.
And do you think the kids in Canada, they can reach any information source or?
Yes, I do believe, apart from radical organizations, that would obviously be, I'm not sure actually about that kind of stuff, but I do believe that we have access to the internet, and you can pretty much find anything on that.
Do you know in some country they don't have internet, can free research? For example, you cannot use Google or
I believe does China censor social medias like Instagram and Twitter?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's not here. But I'm familiar with that. I believe some Middle Eastern states also have a little bit of censorship. But yeah, I don't think it exists here.
Oh, do you think suppose have this censorship or?
Pardon?
Do you think Chinese government should have this censorship or not?
Personally, I don't believe that anything should be censored because, like, I feel like it's your right to know, it's your right to see all the facts, and it's your right to make up your own decision and your own viewpoint.
Okay. And do you think if you have a WeChat, do you use WeChat?
I came to school here in Richmond, which I don't know if you know is the most Chinese city outside of China.
Oh, okay.
I think I read a report about that. So yeah, quite a few of my friends use WeChat, and yeah, I do have it.
You do have it,
Yeah.
but you use
I don't-
Facebook or
I don't use WeChat on a daily basis. No.
okay,
That's
you use a
embarrassing.
WhatsApp?
No, I don't use that either.
Oh, what kind of in Facebook or Twitter or what kind of social media do you use?
I'm a member of Instagram, Facebook. Yeah, Instagram and Facebook.
Oh, Instagram for teenagers, very popular, right?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Okay, thank you for your share your idea.
No worries. No worries.
Okay.
Have a great day.
Yeah, thank
Bye.
you. Bye bye. Oh, by the way, oh, what's your name?
Muhammad.
Muhammad.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Muhammad.
No worries.
Bye bye.
Bye.